Okay, today we're going to do bid margin update as well as adding items to the customer order sheet, and we're going to do it in two areas, one outside of a sales order and one inside of a sales order. So we're going to start here by going to select task. We'll do the one in the update bid margin in customer supervisor. So I'm going to pull up a customer, open up the customer supervisor, and hit the bid margin. You'll notice that we just have a bid margin button now. And once you get in, you will see that we have on the top a customer order sheet, and then on the bottom is a split screen. We have the add to customer order sheet. Now you could quickly add items to the order sheet and adjust pricing, and I'm going to also show you how to do a quick quote all in one shot. So here we are. We're going to add in, I'm going to add in, we'll add in some Coca-Cola. We'll add 20 ounce Cokes in. Then we're going to, and what we do is we click off this add checkbox on the bottom just like before. You could also use this drop down here. There's three different drop downs. This one is by brand, so let's add in Arizona iced tea as well. And you'll see there's Coke and Arizona all checked off now. If you just click off add to the customer order sheet, you'll see 14 items are added, and you'll see the Arizona on top here. I'm going to do a quick quote on these. I'm going to make these all 20%. And remember, once you put the margin in, you do a Control C, Enter, Control V, and Control V all the way down. So you're just doing a copy and paste. These are Microsoft shortcuts that work really well. You'll notice that on the bottom here we have a soda, and we're just going to quote the iced tea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll over here. I'm going to delete that soda off. So I'm going to hit the delete button. Now you just have all the iced teas. You have a fruit cocktail up here. You notice that this one's a little off. This pricing is a little off. You want to make this the same, so we're going to, in our price calculator up here, we're going to write $17.56 and do a double click, and you'll notice that double click on the bid margin changes the bid margin a little bit, but makes everything uniform. Now from here, the price quote only works if you have a bid margin in there. Please note that. And we're going to do a quick price quote on this item. So I'm going to check these off. And then on the top here, you'll see it says price quote report. We're just going to go ahead and click that. And up comes this report. And it prints to the bullzip. Make sure your printer is set for default, it's bullzip. And it'll print this report called price quote. And in here, eventually we're going to add in your contact information, your name, email, and phone number. That's coming up soon. But anyway, on this one here, you'll see that you have a quick price quote you can send off to the customer. Notice the pricing's all nice and uniform. It's that simple. Now we're going to go into the order. You don't need to import or anything. You just go simply, let's go back into the customer now. And let's place an order. And now when you get into the order, you'll see the customer order sheet. You have all items here. You have customer order sheet here. And when you click on, do a single click on the description of any one of these Arizona items, you'll notice on the bottom your pricing comes up. And on the bottom here, it'll have that price of DSR cost at $17.56. If you want to change a price here, you could do one of two things. You could change a margin to 0.20 here. Click update. Make sure you hit this update button, otherwise nothing happens. And it updates the customer order sheet. So if you go back into that other screen, you'll now see this new price in here. Or you can just put a new price in of, say, $18 if that's what you want it to be. Again, hit update. And that's updating the system. So now when you go back into that item, it will be $18. So these are two ways to change the pricing. If you want to add an item to the order sheet from here, you simply just go, say all items, you want to add in this 18 rabbits right here. Hit this plus COS, which means add to customer order sheet. Hit that button, and you'll see that it adds it and automatically sends you back over to the order sheet so that you can price it. So now again, you do a single click on it, and on the bottom you'll see the price there, and you can actually put a new margin in. So the margin here, it's a 0 right now because it's there's no bid margin on it. So you put, say, 20% on that. Click update, and you've set that price for these guys on the 18 rabbits. So that's how you price and add items to the customer order sheet for any given customer.